Chris, it matter not at the end of the day if you are guilty or not guilty. What matters is your remorse. Jy weet jy het nou net kaka gevang. It's done. It's dusted. You were caught. Then what I would expect is some form of conscience, some form of humanity to come forward and say, I did this, but I would like to show remorse. Not one of them. In actual fact, one of them, when told that you are now guilty of kidnapping, human trafficking, burst out in laughter. No emotion from that mother, and no emotion from all three of them like we expected. Now, Chris, here it comes. The day after they found guilty, they went and burned Kelly's house down. That is the anger, and that is the pressure that just burst in that community. And we must say to that community that we could not ignore but give them our heartfelt love. Because the community also lost some.
I remember being so upset at the person who burned down Kelly's house, especially the timing that it was done after the guilty verdict that Judge Nathan and Tim Erasmus handed out to the three, Buta, Steffi, and Kelly, mother to JOSHLIN Smith. But Neil, I like what Neil said here. I like it a lot because it helped me understand, okay? So it's much easier to be judgmental, not have all the information at hand. But this, what he said, it helped me understand the pressure that the community had, that they went through the entire trial, went through searching for JOSHLIN. There is no JOSHLIN. There's a guilty verdict, and there's all this mounting emotional pressure, and the burning of Kelly's house symbolizes an outlet, symbolizing a lot of pressure buildup, symbolizes a lot of anger. So I hadn't seen it that way. I had just seen it as a house burning down. There could be more evidence in there. There could be something in there that something might have been overlooked. I judged the burning down, or the person who burnt down the house, from a place, I would say from a place of privilege, but not understanding the integral part that this actually did affect the community. So shout out to Neil. Thank you for putting that out so well. I understand it now. This is Monique Kekane. Monique Kekane was arrested, allegedly, for torching Kelly's and Buta's house. And I don't even know why I'm saying allegedly. I mean, the media, at times, the media knows better. Does Monique know better? I don't know. Did her lawyer advise her, don't give any interviews, don't talk to anyone about this case, this is still an ongoing case? No. I don't know. But what I do know is that she gave a full interview and said, yes, I did it. But inside Pagati, the court, she is saying not guilty. What is going on? She has just been granted bail. The media is outside the magistrate's court, meets her up, and then says, what's up? What happened? So Monique Kekane is 27 years old, has just been released on bail of 500 rands for torching of Kelly Smith's home. She has two children, 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. And when I heard that, I said, okay, I get it. Her children are literally the same age or similar age as those of Kelly Smith. JOSHLIN was 6 years old at the time of her disappearance, and Kelly's little baby at the time, I think, was also 2 years old. So I think this mother, Monique, really took on the emotions. She says she was intoxicated at the time, but she doesn't feel bad about burning down that house, and she would do it again. Monique, don't say that out loud in an interview that can be played in a court of law. We just saw that happen in the entire Kelly Smith trial. Kelly Smith dancing, Kelly not showing remorse, Kelly giving interviews. All those videos were played inside the courtroom, and now you are heard on national TV saying you did it, but then you're pleading not guilty. Who is her legal representative? My goodness. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section down below. But as well, the community, I get it. The community was also heavily affected by the disappearance of JOSHLIN SMITH. Not only that, the commodification of JOSHLIN SMITH. And the community wants it made very, very clear that Kelly is not welcome back in their community. She's beyond human. She was also incarcerated at Portsmouth, and she said she was scared. Okay, she was scared. So she's so happy that she's been granted bail. I'm going to play the interview for you here so you can also hear it yourself. I guess thank you to Newsroom Africa for doing the interview. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm looking at Newsroom Africa sideways because you know that's an active case, and you just got her to just spill all the beans. But it is what it is. It is what it is. She has her own legal representation, and that's it. So I'm just going to end the video here. Let's watch the clip together and let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.
That they further add that she was the one that actually rather admitted to have torched that home. Monique has just come out of the Friedenberg Magistrate Court and granted 500 Rand bail. Monique, how are you feeling following being in prison, or rather incarcerated, for about 2 weeks?
I feel a bit happy now that I'm out. I was a little bit scared. And I thank God that I made it through, because I thought I would never make it through, because I heard a lot about Paul's myself. But I thank God that I made it through.
We heard inside court that the reason why, rather from the state, the reason why you torched the home was because you wanted justice for JOSHLIN. Do you still believe that justice will be served when it comes to the case of JOSHLIN?
Yes, it will. It will be served. I still believe. I still believe so.
We heard inside from the state saying that you admitted to the first responders. However, your lawyer indicated that you will be pleading not guilty to the charges of arson.
Yes, I will, my beloved. I will.
How are you feeling now, having been arrested for the arson of the torching of Kelly's home?
I feel a bit relieved. I was very scared. I was really, I don't know, a lie. I was very scared. And I did tell the other prisoners, I did it because I'm also a mother. That's why I did what I did, even though I was a little bit drunk and so, but I did it.
Is there any sort of regret having spent some time in prison for about 2 weeks?
No, I don't have any regrets, because what I did it for JOSHLIN, for the justice of the child. I don't have regrets.
So now that you go back home, we understand that you've got 2 minor children, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old?
Yes, I do. I do. The one is in PE, the 6 years one, and the 2 years old is here with me.
On the 29th, you were in prison at the time, but there was an announcement that on the 29th of May, later this month, the 3 accused will be sentenced. How are you feeling about that?
I feel the relief, but the thing is, the thing is that I just wanted to open the mouth and say, like, where is the child? That's my problem. That's why I did what I did there by our house, even though we don't want her in the community anymore. She just must just open her mouth and say what she did with the child.
What are your fears as a mother? I mean, you're saying that you don't want Kelly to return to the community of Middelpost. What are those concerns that you have?
The fears is I have, because we also have children around there that is almost JOSHLIN's age and stuff. So we also scared about what will happen to our children in that state, there where we are.
Thank you so much. That is Monique Kekana.
So the whole time I was watching this, I was screaming, no comment! Every question she would ask, I would say, no comment, no comment. Oh, man. But at the same time, we did get insight. Okay, so I'm not mad. We did get insight at her thought processes, what was going on. She also mentioned that she was scared inside Portsmouth, but she survived it. She heard a lot about Portsmouth and stuff, but she survived it. She paid the 500 Rand bail. So she's out. I guess she'll be attending the next appearance from home. Here's the thing. If she was in Portsmouth and Kelly is in Portsmouth, did they meet up in the hallways? I don't know. Do you guys watch Orange is the New Black? Was there a situationship? Did they curse? Did she talk to her? Or am I do I just have an overactive imagination? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. She also highlighted that, listen, I also have kids, okay? We don't want Kelly in the community anymore. We are scared about what will happen to our children. A mother also burnt down Kelly Smith's home. Yesterday was Mother's Day, a celebration of mothers. Here, in this case, we see two different types of mothers. One who will stop at nothing to clear the community of filth, of injustice, will torch a building if she has to, just to make a point and to make sure her kids are safe and make sure that Kelly doesn't come back. And another mother who will commodify her child for the color of her eyes and her skin. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. This is a heartbreaking case. It's a landmark case, as the courts call it, but it's also heartbreaking because ultimately, at the end of the day, JOSHLIN is still missing. Nobody knows what really happened to her. Will Kelly open her mouth and say what happened come the 23rd of May 2025? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload. You know the house rules: like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video so that others know what happens when you torch homes, emotions, when emotions take over your actions, when you're an empath, and then you just take on responsibility. And then now she has put herself inside Phakathi legally in this matter, and she might be held accountable for it. We'll hear what the magistrate decides. This is definitely a developing story, and I'll keep you in touch with the next update. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in my next upload. Bye.